Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Borderline Optimist podcast.
Hello.
I'm Kristen.
I'm Gabrielle.
And today we're diving into networking.
Networking.
That mysterious process where you shake hands, smile, and pray you don't say anything embarrassing.
Yes.
You have.
The world.
You will say something embarrassing. Yes.
World.
Yes.
Now, what's the first order of business, Kristen?
What is networking?
What is networking?
Tell us, Gabrielle.
Well, we work in an industry where networking is the key to everything, as they say. Networking will get you to where you want to go. Networking will help you to learn. Networking will build your relationships. Networking is the basis of success in this career.
Yeah.
It's not always about how hard you work, although we get a lot of conflicting advice on what is the most valuable assets to have in the industry. Is it hard work? Is it a portfolio? Is it a resume? But I would argue that personality and what you do with that personality and who you talk to with that personality helps a lot.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you can have done all this work to get where you are and get where you want to go. If you suck as a person,
and you don't talk to people,
yeah, no one's going to want to work with you for like 6 months. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it sometimes does come down to that.
Yes.
And so I had to kind of change my definition of networking. I'm still working on like getting out of my head when I have to network.
Yeah.
And like I used to think of it as like something so
like a chore.
Superficial. Is that the word I'm looking for? Something
superficial.
Like, I don't really, from the previous definition, I didn't really like networking because I always thought like, oh, I'm just coming up to you trying to get something from you. And that just feels so inauthentic to me. And I just can't, I don't like doing it.
Yes.
But when you change the definition and you look at it as just, making connections, meeting people, being yourself, going in with genuine curiosity about someone else's life, it does get easier and more manageable. And also just be yourself. You know what I mean?
Be yourself. Yes.
Yeah.
Something that I have had a shifted perspective on recently is what you just mentioned, the concept of networking for personal gain versus just to literally build a network and get to know people and learn new things from people. But I will say, especially post-grad and just in this day and age, networking can be the difference between being employed and not being employed. And when you are unemployed or you are freelance and are looking for your next line of work, it does kind of feel like a hustle and like you're on the hunt for the next thing.
Yeah.
But it is a privilege when you have a job and you can use networking in a more low pressure way to literally get to know more people. For example, I do a ton of networking every single day with the people at my job. But I currently work full time right now. So I have that luxury of not thinking like, if I don't network right now, I won't have a job tomorrow. I am on a 1-year program, so that will end at one point. But it took that pressure off a little bit for me on how to network. And so when I go in and talk to people, I want to learn from them genuinely.
Yeah.
And I think another thing that I've been doing is being very selective with who I talk to and how I network. If I have a genuine interest in something, I will reach out. I'm not reaching out just for the sake of a coffee chat, just to like collect coffee chats like it's whatever. I think like with my first internship, I feel like maybe there was a pressure to collect coffee chats like they're tokens of just like every single day I do something. But you don't have to do that. You be intentional with who you talk to and invite opportunities that seem worthwhile to you.
Yeah. Also back to what you said about networking could be the difference between being unemployed and employed. Job market's so trash these days. Like you're talking about thousands of applications and resumes that they have to go through. And then you have to jump through the AI hoops to get your resume to actually like pass through.
Yeah.
Whereas if you meet these people in person, you already have like, we're starting to get back to face-to-face connection.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is great.
Yes.
So
maybe to start, let's kind of get into some fruitful things that networking has brought upon us.
Yes.
Like, are there any instances where you got like a job or like an acting role or something from networking? No. And networking can literally, well, like maybe in like a short film sense, like networking literally is who you know.
Yeah.
So like it's the friends you made along the way that helped you get it into short films.
I will say no. Yeah. There's a lot of networking has done a lot for me. I've gotten into many short films through like my acting coaches, through my friends. Yes, through people that I've known through UGA and everything like that. So that's another thing. That's why I kind of just blanked, because like I always think of networking as like, oh, you got to go through this networking event. No, networking is literally just making friends.
Is everything. Yeah.
Yeah. There's different avenues. So yes, networking has gotten me in a lot of places, and knowing people and showing my personality and showing like how hard of a worker I am. That does make people trust me to do the work. Like I'll say, I talked about this in Rejection, but how I auditioned for this one director twice and I didn't get in to his plays. But then when I actually sat down and knew him, and then he saw my work, and then like I built up a rapport with him. Yeah. And he knew the kind of work I did. He was just waiting on me to find a show that actually fit.
Exactly.
So through that, I was able to get in a show because I knew him, and I just built that network. So just go out there and make friends, guys. Make friends.
Yeah. And advice that we always get is don't go into networking trying to take things from people.
Yeah.
Go into it wanting to build a genuine connection with people. And if that means looking to make friends, go make friends. If that means become a familiar face to somebody in the workplace, do that. Things like that. I will say on like a small scale, networking means like I can walk into my office and like be able to smile and wave at like a ton of people like immediately. And that brightens my day, and it makes me realize like, yes, like there is a network of people here that we know each other. We've had great conversations. We've worked on things together. We've laughed together. And it just makes me feel better about showing up at work.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Like recently I worked like a camera operator gig, and that came down from like working on a production with certain people. And then they have me back every year for certain gigs. And I never expected that or even knew that that would be something that would come out of that relationship, but it did. And so that's like been fruitful. People say all the time, like when you work as a PA on like a set, they'll keep you in mind for the next one and things like that. Yeah. So you never know. Definitely with like short films, I say like with my friends, you know, like they become my friends. We decide to work on a short film together, and then they ask me to be in the next one. Like I've DP'd a lot of people's short films because they wanted me back, which is fun. Yeah.
And now I'm thinking back, sorry, I keep bringing up the pilot, but like, everyone that we've met so far, and we're like, and who we know can do great work, we're asking them, hey, do you want to be a part of this pilot? We know you're like amazing at what you do. Please come work with us. Yes.
I will say like your pilot, that's a great example. Everyone that you have in your ensemble cast. Technically has joined because of networking.
Yeah. We got like a lot of people that we went to school with, we've been in acting classes with, and we got them to like be a part of the cast. And that's through networking. Like we saw them, we got good vibes from them.
Yeah.
Recently, I went to this networking event. This was like 2 days ago. And I was talking to one of my friends, and he was just like, do you have any representation? And I said, no. And then he said, oh, well, there's like a really big agent standing right over there. You should go talk to her. And I was just like, I can't do that. I can't do, like, I physically cannot do that. And so then we went up and talked to her, and she was so nice. Just the easiest person to talk to, easy to carry conversation. We found like a sense of common ground.
Love it.
To talk about. Yeah.
Can I add, that's another thing. Don't be intimidated by networking. Like you never know what you have in common with these people.
Yeah. And also I was just asking her questions about her life, how she got into this industry. Cause I was genuinely just curious to know more about her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to like, don't go in trying to like market yourself, and just go in with curiosity. Yeah.
Go in with curiosity about the other person.
Yeah.
Another piece of advice I get all the time is, well, yes, people love talking about themselves. So ask questions about them. Be interested in them. If you feel like you aren't confident to talk to somebody, maybe do a little research on them. Like I always look at the LinkedIn. I'll look at the quick little resume.
100%.
If I know them through Instagram, if I know them through a mutual friend or coworker, I just ask about them. Like, what do I need to know? Maybe if they have a portfolio, or if they even have like IMDb credits or something, look that up and maybe and think of a few questions to ask them. Anything that can bridge the gap will help ease those tensions.
Yeah.
Of course, like we went to UGA, so everybody says like talk to people that went to UGA. Yeah. Like that alumni network is very strong post-grad. Like people hear, oh, you went to UGA, they immediately go, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, at the same networking event, I was just standing there with my friend because we didn't really know who to talk to. And my friend was just like, we need to talk to more people, like build more of a network. And then I just say out loud, I go, I'm so open right now to conversation.
That's hilarious.
And then this girl heard me and she was, oh, you're open to conversation? Hi, and she said,
oh my gosh, I love
we
that.
started talking. Yeah.
You know what? We need more of that.
We need more of that.
I'm so open to conversation right now.
I'm so open right now. I'm so open to conversation right now.
Yeah.
Also, people aren't as intimidating as you think. Like, just because someone is a big time agent or like a casting director or something, they're still a human. Like, you know what I mean?
100%.
Just because someone like has a certain career doesn't mean that they're just like past the level of having human conversation and human connection and finding something to like find common ground over. So, you know?
And if you're early in your career and are excited to learn, people are very receptive to that. Like, at least for me personally, everybody that I've networked with, they want to give insight on like what's going on. They love to teach. They love to inform. So that's really fun. I've even had people come to me and be like, I want to talk to you about your job. I'm like, okay. I'm just like a little early career girl. Yeah. But okay. I'd love to talk to you. Yes.
Yeah, also, if people are at a networking event, they're open to conversation. They're open to making networking connections as well.
So if they are actively going to an event for networking, they want to go because they want to talk to people.
Right,
so go ahead and go up to them.
Go ahead and walk right up to them.
Yeah.
Now, so how do you usually approach people that you don't know?
Are we talking about like a literal networking event or just like if I'm trying to set up a meeting with somebody?
Like you can do both actually.
I think if I'm like in a work setting and I want to schedule a meeting with somebody, at least for the most part, I feel like a lot of my networking things have been within my job. So I'm not cold emailing people for like a personal meeting outside of work. I usually do a little research on them. First, I think like, okay, what is their connection to the people that I know? Do they have any sort of connection at all? If not, I kind of introduce myself and express that I am just learning and I want to know more about them. And so I set up a call with them or like an in-person meeting. I recently went out to LA and that's exactly what I did. It was just like networking 101. I set up 8 coffee chats within my company and it was very successful. And mind you, half of these people I did not know. The other half I was reconnecting with. So that was a whole other thing. But meeting new people. And I think the common ground there was they knew people that I worked with. And so you find something that is bridging that gap. And so they immediately feel a little bit more warmed up to you. So we have similar coworkers. We went to the same school. We're in the same line of work. We're in the same department. I don't know. Like I know the intern that you had or something and go from there. If it's an in-person thing, I haven't been to many in-person things. I'm trying to think like at the Trilith thing. Honestly, I think for me, what I've been doing right now is aiming towards people that are closer to my age.
Yeah.
And networking horizontally.
Yeah.
So as they always say too, you don't have to always look to people that are more experienced or further up in the career than you for advice or for help or for knowledge. Look horizontally.
Yeah.
Because those are the people that are going to bring you up and can literally work with you. Sometimes people higher up cannot work with you. They're too busy or they're not going to help out a early career person. So that's kind of what I do. So if I'm at a networking event, I look for people who are my age. And that's a great starting point. Always approach people very friendly, you know, like it literally comes down
compliments
to like how you carry your face, like smile, you know, like tone of voice, body language, everything. Be inviting.
Sometimes I have like a resting bee face. So I have to like tell people like, hey.
Like I remember when I first started my job, they literally had a meeting for us to like explain stuff like that. Like think about like your brand and your logo. Your brand is kind of like your personality, how you carry yourself, what you express having interest in or what you kind of claim for yourself. And then your logo is like literally your physical appearance. So if you dress nice, like people know you mean business. Like how you do your hair, how you do your makeup, how you have your face, like your logo. And then also ask questions. And if Another thing that you kind of just pick up over time is learning how to carry a conversation, even if it's dry. Like at least one of the people have to know how to carry the conversation, or I think it's kind of a failed networking thing.
I'm still learning that.
Yeah.
I'll just be like,
And like, something that can be tough with networking is like periods of silence when it's like, okay, I don't know what questions to ask. And they kind of finish their sentence and they've said everything they've had to say.
Yeah.
That's something that like worries me a lot about networking.
Yeah.
It's just like, what if I run out of questions? What if I don't know what to say?
Then you're like,
I will say, I think something that's helped me recently is networking in a group. Have at least one other person with you to ask another person questions or add things, or make it like a 3-way conversation or more than 3 people.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I know in LA, like back when, I know we said this on the episode where Shanila was here, but we'd have these industry potlucks. And I'd always try to go up to people with a group of people.
Of course.
Because I know like how awkward I can be sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when this is the first time you're talking to this person.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I always run out of questions. I'm like, okay, well, thanks for talking to me.
And if you're in a networking situation where you're in a group, like a circle of people, sometimes it's interesting just to listen to what people are saying.
No, I love listening. I love it.
You learn a lot that way.
You ask really great questions.
Thank you.
So I know anytime I was in a group with you, I was just like, oh, I can just sit back and chill.
Oh my gosh, thank
and just
you.
learn. You know what I mean?
That's what a lot of people say at work.
That you ask good questions.
That ask really good questions, and I'm always interested and engaged.
Yeah.
Even if you aren't engaged, pretend like you're engaged. Something that I do is, even if I really don't care about what we're talking about or who I am talking to, I just want to make them feel seen and heard. So I do think of questions that either I know they will be happy to answer because it adds on to what they're trying to express, or if I do have a genuine interest in something, I kind of frame a question that I think would unlock a genuine interest that I have, like, or I relate it to something big picture. That's what I've been doing recently. If I don't know how to approach a conversation, I listen to what they have to say, and I think big picture, what could I ask them? Like, I think when I'm networking, I want to get a sense of like, why are they doing this job? What do they want to get out of this job? What is their big picture with their career? Because I'm trying to position myself in like, is this something that I should be following or getting into? So I look at it big picture.
Okay.
Unless you're trying to go in for specific advice. Like, for example, if you're talking to an editor because you want to learn how to edit and you have specific questions, go for that. They also love that. Like, if you have done your homework, they are so excited to dive into that with you.
Yeah. Do you ever feel like you're like overwhelming people? Because I feel like when I walk up to people and I'm so excited, I feel like I get really excited. Yeah. And then I immediately get self-conscious about being like too much. And I think I'm overwhelming people. Yeah. This just turned into an interview.
I love that. I love that. That's actually so interesting. And no, I've never thought that. Maybe in a situation where the person that I'm talking to is more reserved, maybe then, but even then, I think another thing is matching the person's energy. If they're more reserved and you're coming at them with like crazy energy, maybe tone it down a little bit. Like, get to a level that's comfortable for them. Okay. Do you have any networking advice that you've picked up on that you kind of implement when you talk to people, or are you still learning?
I am still learning how to network. Yeah, the finding common ground thing, the approaching people with genuine curiosity. Yeah, that's what I've been trying to like incorporate. Hey, hello. Incorporate. But also, I'm still trying to learn how to stop marketing myself.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, because, they talk to you about, like, know your elevator pitch.
Know your, like,
express that you're looking for work and this and that.
I can't do that. I just feel like it's so inauthentic to me. And I want to be the most, like, real version of myself. So anytime I am the most real version of myself in a networking thing, that's a win for me.
Definitely.
So,
not to shift gears or cut you off, but another thing that I have been just kind of thinking about a lot recently is I personally feel like in instances that are not like a networking event, like maybe you're scheduling one-on-ones with people and things like that, to me, a 30-minute to an hour coffee chat or Zoom call is very inauthentic, and I don't really see the point in that. Like, I truly would rather not do that than do it. And I think what's more valuable for me is being in situations where I'm working with that person for a longer period than 1 hour. And so I can learn more about them and I could talk to them, but also show them how I work and I could see how they work and build that relationship over time. And obviously I'm coming at this with a in the office, in the studio perspective.
Yeah, I was just about to say it's also different, like networking as an actor. Because
I was going to ask that.
Because then that's when it is important to just be yourself. Because like, how are they going to put you on like talk shows? Are you media trained? Do you know how to talk to people and present as your real self?
Yes.
Is your real self a good person? Are you warm? Are you friendly? You know what I mean? Are you charismatic?
And not to speak for you at all, but I can only imagine that networking as an actor is different, because with crew or like other side of the camera, networking and working with people is an ongoing thing. You're always working on a project, but like when it comes to acting, they are talking to you to meet you to be casted on a project that they haven't started filming yet.
Yeah.
So they're almost looking for people to like recruit or cast. So how do you feel like that is for you? And when you network, are you talking to actors or are you talking to casting directors, or like who are you usually talking to?
I'm talking to everyone. Like if I'm talking to another actor, I want to know like your process. Where do you take classes at? Where do you get headshots? Like how did you get into acting? What do you love about it? You know what I mean? That's the networking across. Okay. And then when I'm talking to like casting directors, I'm like, I went up to a casting director a few weeks ago and I was just like, hey girl. And then and like she was looking, she was like, hey, and she was so chill. But I was just like, girl, I hate self-tapes. Do you have any advice on like how to get through them? Like, what do you look for? What do you, and then she was just like, I know, like self-tapes are bad, pretty brutal. Yeah. And then she gave me like a lot of advice on how to get through those and just, you know, manage them. And
I love that.
Yeah, I know. So, and that was me being myself, like, I'm gonna be honest with you.
And I really appreciate that. Like, I feel like I wouldn't even approach a casting director like that. But I honestly think your candidness, like, people will remember that.
Yeah, and I feel like that's just me being real. Like, I can't be like, hi, my name is Kristen. What's this?
Yeah, no.
Hi,
be yourself.
I just want to know, like, I can't do that. You know what I mean? So I can still get my point across, ask for advice. With self-tapes and everything, but still be me, be true to myself. Also, sometimes when I'm networking, I wish I could just like stop time and just burst out a monologue. Like, I'm a star. I'm a star.
Oh, okay. Wait, I love that.
So that's another thing that's really like hard, because also you can't really market your acting in the moment. You know what I mean?
So interesting. Yeah. I mean, same with anything behind the camera. I guess you really can't market it. You can speak on it. Yeah. And talk about maybe what you worked on. Obviously, attach those big names.
Yeah, you have to market yourself as a brand. You're the brand.
And maybe the 1% of the time they'll go and look at your reel or your portfolio. You know, sure, after the fact. Or like I always, depending on who they are, like if it's something outside of work, like I offer like follow my Instagram, like I have my portfolio in my bio, things like that.
So how do you deal with following up?
Yes. Oh, that's something that I wanted to get into.
That's another thing that's really hard for me. I feel like I'm bothering people. Even no matter 100%. How much someone tells me, oh, you won't be a bother, I still feel like I'm bothering 100%. People. Yeah.
Personally, when I have like a meeting with an exec or like a higher up, I don't always ask for follow-ups just because I know they're busy, and that is when I feel like I'm a bother, which I shouldn't think. But so I think I follow up more when I'm meeting with people that are younger, or not younger, but more my age and more early career. I think that's something that is a little bit more comfortable for me. And I think either in a work context or outside of work, I just offer like, we can get lunch, follow me on Instagram. Like maybe we could work together. I love to stay in touch. But what I do at work especially is a follow-up email. Always send a thank you email. Send a thank you email either a few hours after the meeting or the next day. Just say like, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you meeting with me, and I really enjoyed our conversation. Maybe add a few points about what you guys talked about, and just have a little line of action at the bottom. Like, I hope to stay in touch, or, you know, I'll see you in the next one, whatever. But that's been really good for me. And I know that leaves a good impression. So I always try my best. Like when I went to LA and I had 8 coffee chats in 2 days, like you best believe every single person that I met with, I sent a thank you email to. Yeah. And I feel like that definitely goes a long way. How are you following up? And have any of those follow-ups led to anything, even just like a second meeting? Nothing?
I don't know. Like,
You don't
it's
think
hard
so?
to think of.
Yeah. And maybe it's happening in ways that you wouldn't even think are networking because
Yeah, that's
the
the thing.
relationship was more organic.
That's the thing. That's where I can't like
Yeah.
separate the
And when we say networking, like I don't want to cheapen or make transactional some of the relationships and friendships that we have, because I feel like saying networking is sometimes a bad connotation, but
yeah.
when you are like working with your friends on projects, technically like you're networking.
Yeah.
And you're maintaining relationships. So
I don't know, because it's such a like a hard thing to distinguish. Like, was that networking or was that just my friend? Now, is that just,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Have you ever gone to like a networking event and like emailed a person afterwards?
No,
Really?
because I haven't like a few days ago was my first networking event that I've ever that I've gone to since graduating.
Okay.
So yeah. When I was in LA, I followed up a lot.
Definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, I do always think I'm bothering people. But I also went to this conference and they were giving advice on networking. They were like, just send the email. Like the worst that can happen is they just don't respond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't worry about crafting that email to perfection. Another piece of advice I got was it's better to write an email that exists than not write it at all. Like, especially for me, like a thank you. Like, I feel like I just have to craft like this masterpiece of a thank you. But it's just, sometimes it's like, thank you so much for calling me. I really appreciate it. It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
On that note, that's very much imposter syndrome to think that you're bothering people for networking. The ball is in your court. You send the email, and if they don't respond, fine. What's the saying? Like, the one that will like do something will get something. If you don't do anything, you won't get anything. Oh, there's a saying
you miss
for that.
All 100% of shots you don't take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so true. That is so true.
So
oh my gosh.
Just vote. Just do it.
Just vote. Just do it.
How do you reach out to people?
Usually through email or text.
Email or text. Yeah.
If it's like with my friends, I'll like text, like, thank you so much. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed this.
Yeah.
And if it's like higher ups, I'll email, of course.
And just on a larger note in life, like it's so important to like send out thank yous and just let your friends know you appreciate them. And like people go home like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad we hung out. Like, thank you for driving.
Yeah, I've actually been thinking like, and I'm like, I need to start doing this. But like, there are people from college that I like think about, and I need to start just texting them and being like, hey, I was thinking about you today.
Yeah.
How are you doing? I hope all is well.
That's so important.
And like, you know, I know if someone said that to me, I'd like, that'd make my whole day. Like,
oh my gosh, I would be so happy.
But yeah, like just start letting people know, hey, I've been thinking about you. Just want to make sure like you're doing well. I hope like all is well. I hope post-grad is treating you well.
Yeah.
You know, why not? But then I feel so weird in sending messages like that. It's something within myself. It's something within myself that I need to get past. Like that embarrassment, imposter syndrome.
Girl, no, you gotta let that go.
Working through it. I think the first step in fixing a problem is admitting you have it. So.
Okay, the next is exposure therapy.
Exposure therapy.
Once you start doing it, you feel a little bit better about it. And that is networking especially. I think like if you're post-grad and you're not working, like it can be a weird social bubble where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not even equipped to do this.
Yeah.
Like, I know I definitely felt like that for a while, like starting my job. I'm like, I don't even feel like I can talk to people, but it was because I was in like a little bit more of an isolated bubble just from not working and talking to people. But that's not the case.
Yes.
Yes. Do you have any networking horror stories?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So at the same conference, first off, so when we were in LA, we went to this networking event, and I'm not going to say the name, but I stood up and this was me like just putting myself out there. Like, just
was I there?
I think so. Just biting the bullet. I was just like, hey guys, I'm an actress. I just want to do like something for next month. I just want to do something that will get me closer to my goals. Maybe new headshots, take a class, workshop, like something that will just, you know, put me on the right path.
Yeah.
And so this girl, and bless her heart, she said, oh, I have like a casting call that I'm going to send to you. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
So she didn't know this, but the casting call was a scam.
No.
And I did end up getting scammed out of some moolah. Yeah.
But why would she recommend that? Was she part of like a pyramid scheme or something?
I hope not.
Like, wait, what's going on?
You know, I choose to believe she wasn't. And I choose to believe it was just a genuine mistake. And
Maybe she didn't even know.
Yeah, I don't think she knew.
Okay.
But yeah, I did get scammed in a networking event.
Oh, girl.
Yeah. So now I'm like, that's put like a hesitation on me for networking. I'm like, do I really want to go to anything or am I going to get scammed again?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
And at the conference that I was just talking about that I went to a few months ago, no names, saying no names, but I went up to this agent and I was like really scared to go up to her. And I was just like, hi, I introduced myself. I explained how I just graduated and I'm like kind of,
Whoa.
at a whoa. I'm not in a flow state.
Not a flow state.
I'm not in a flow state. And I was just like trying to figure out how to get started. And I told her I was a theater major in college. And she looked me up and down and she basically said that I'm not ready. And I'm like, oh.
Crazy work.
Yeah, she was just like, you need to take an on-camera acting class. You're not ready. You can't act on camera.
Wait, what was she basing that off of?
She was basing it off of the fact that I was a theater major at University of Georgia.
Okay.
Mind you, I've taken multiple on-camera acting classes.
You've been in short films.
Mind you, I've been in short film. Mind you, I have awards.
You've awards.
But
yes.
It was just that also just makes me not want to go up to anyone else.
Yeah.
And put myself out there because am I going to be told like I'm not good enough?
Yeah.
Like off bat, just like based on something that like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, a lot of on-camera acting classes just teach you how to audition. They don't really teach you how to act. Mm-hmm. So in my mind, I feel like that. And also, I just think it wasn't respectful of theater actors because I feel like that's where the real acting is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like theater is an actor's medium. So
a lot of actors start out in theater.
I just felt like very defeated in that moment because I was also just standing there and like I couldn't really like. I just had to kind of like take that criticism and I couldn't really like rebuttal.
Tough.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's very strong of you. I mean, networking involves putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
And when you put yourself out there, sometimes you don't know what you're going to get. I can't even say that I've had an experience equivalent to that. Like I really haven't.
Yeah.
If anything, the only horror stories I've had are just situations where I feel like I don't have enough to talk about.
Yeah.
And like we scheduled an hour and I'm like, oh my gosh, we still have 30 minutes to talk. And it's just me and another person. And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I have tried my best to combat that by really planning ahead or just not putting myself in that situation. Oop. Yeah. Yes.
Also, just when I'm like out with a new friend, I'm always just like, oh, are we going to run out of stuff to talk about?
That's a big one.
Yeah. And it never happens. I've never found myself running out of like, I run out, like when I'm networking and I run out of questions to ask, that's one thing. But like if I'm like coffee chat, meeting a new friend, like we never run out of stuff to talk about. Like I'll always be like, hey, have you seen this?
Coffee chat like networking or coffee chat like hanging out with a friend?
Both.
With friends, when we go on a coffee chat, that ends up being a 6-hour day.
6-hour day.
Bus, club, another club. As in,
especially with we can never do one thing.
No, I'm not a one thing.
One thing, then go home.
Fourth location.
No, yeah.
But in the sense that like we are talking for so long that we need to continue the hangout.
Yeah.
Because I have so much to say. But it's just different with a networking perspective. Also, like if you're talking to somebody that you're not super interested in their role or just like what they do, it is hard to continue that conversation. But it just depends.
Yeah. Do we have any like final words of advice for anyone?
Final words of advice.
Be thyself.
Final words of advice.
It's just talking, guys. We're all just on this floating rock, man. All this is made up.
If you feel uncomfortable with it, maybe just keep trying. Like exposure therapy.
Yeah.
Exposure therapy, start with people that you're comfortable with and maybe build your network that way.
Yeah.
Always ask after you're talking with someone, ask them for a few more people that you could talk to.
Yeah.
It's like, can you connect me with this person? Yeah. Connecting is another big thing. If you truly don't know anybody to talk to, have them connect you.
Yeah.
That's a big one. And networking is an ongoing battle. Like I've talked to people who are well into their careers and 30 years into their career and they're like, I'm still hustling. I'm still promoting myself. I'm still reaching out to people for work.
Yeah. And it's difficult for everyone too. Yeah. So once we all realize that A, this is difficult, B, respect other people for putting themselves out there.
100%.
Then I think it'll just get so much easier. Yeah. Anyways,
guys, on that note, who are we networking with?
All right. On that note, y'all should network with us.
You should go ahead and network with us.
Follow us on Instagram.
Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok.
Yeah.
Listen to our podcast.
Listen to our podcast.
Comment.
Let's go out to eat.
Let's get lunch, guys. Let's get coffee.
Come on our double feature for. Oh, we're looking for another friend, by the way.
So we are looking for a friend group.
We're looking for a friend.
If you're interested in being our friend, hey, take the work out of it. If you're interested in being our friend,
shoot us a DM. Yes.
Shoot us a DM if you're in the Atlanta area. We would love to be friends with you.
We are not joking.
We are not joking. We're looking for a third and we're looking for a fourth. Okay. As I say.
You must like roller coasters.
So Kristen, I don't like roller coasters. I've never been a roller coaster person. And Kristen
I'm a roller coaster enthusiast.
And we have been talking about going to amusement parks, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to be holding the bags.
Yeah, who am I going to ride roller coasters with, guys?
We need a third and fourth who can ride a roller coaster with Kristen. If that's really like our only criteria, just be nice, be cool. Maybe like movies. You don't have to.
Maybe like movies. You can like TV.
You can like TV. That being said, shoot us a DM.
Shoot us that DM. Just be friends. Shoot us a DM.
Shoot us a DM.
Be friends with us.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you want to figure out the kind of people we are, listen to our podcast. You can find that on Spotify, YouTube, Apple, Amazon, and iHeart. Video podcasts on Spotify and YouTube. And submit to our suggestion form. It's in our link tree, which is in our Instagram bio. We are open to any and all criticism, feedback, suggestions.
Whoa, not any and all criticism.
Constructive, right? If you want to be a guest on the pod, maybe you can
shoot us that DM.
Network your way into being our friends. Although we don't need networking to be friends with you.
Like, don't like start off like I want to be a guest. Start off like, hey, how are you?
Yeah. Whatever happened to hey, how are you? So just submit anything you've got. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching.
As always, stay optimistic,
guys.
Optimistic,
and we'll see you in the next one.
See you in the next one.
Bye.
Or you'll be on the next one. Bye.
Be on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.